All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Got recharged. Everyone's ready to go. Ready to start the week. Let's see. If you, excuse me, if you're new to Dubb, please put a one in that chat. If you're new, if you don't mind putting your industry as well, that would be awesome. Maybe you're on a free trial, maybe you just got on a paid plan, whether it's Pro or Pro Plus, and you're still kind of working your way around things. Please put a two if you're returning. That would be great. And that looks really good. Cool. Thanks. People are already popping some stuff in. That's fantastic. And hello to everybody out there in streaming land. We're streaming across our platform. So hey, everybody. All right, so let me go over here and let's see what we got. Okay. Paul, I saw you put a one in there. Let me come over to you, Paul. Let me find you in our list here. Where are you, Paul? There you are. Paul, if you want to say hi, feel free. You can say hello if you'd like to. If not, you can just say hi in the chat. Totally up to you if you'd like to unmute and say hi.
No, totally happy to, man. Really excited to try you guys out. I've been a Loom user for like the last 3 years, so it was getting too wonky on me. I'm really excited to see kind of what you guys have.
No, that's cool. Yeah, Loom's been around. They're kind of the OG, screen recording, inner office kind of employee kind of stuff over the years.
Yeah, it served its purpose as we
Yeah.
use it, but
Yeah.
ready for bigger, better things.
Very cool. Well, thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Ina from our team will be in a little bit to kind of manage the chat over there. And then this training, if you want to see it, and for everybody else here, it's on our YouTube support. So we're streaming now, so it'll be on YouTube and Instagram and all the other different places on LinkedIn. But we always have the recordings on there after. So when someone comes to a live training, if they see something that's related to them, they just go back and watch that later. Cool. Well, it was good to meet you, Paul. And then let me see. I saw Mike. Looks like you're in real estate, Mike. Let me come over to you. Let me find you in our list here. Where are you, Mike? Mike, Mike. Let's see. Where are you, Mike? Where are you hiding? Okay, there we go. Hey, Mike. Can you hear me okay? You can say hello if you want to. If not, you can just say hi in the chat. What's up, Mike?
Yeah, hi. Can
Good. Good to
you
meet
hear
you.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so we uh the guy who does my CRM has been hounding me to learn how to use your system. Uh uh, what's his name? John Smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So finally I've decided to dive in.
Nice. He was like, "Hey, John. All right, I heard you. I'm going."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fun.
So
What's who are your people, Mike? Do you do sellers, buyers, FISBOs, expires?
we have a pretty well, it's not unique anymore, but it was. I mean, we've been for the last 5 years really going after the senior space where we work directly with communities. A family will go to a community and say, "Hey, mom, can't live in her house anymore. She wants to move into your community." They
Yeah.
refer them to us, and then we handle everything. We handle the move management, we handle the fix up, we handle everything all the way to the sale and the to sale at the end.
Oh wow. Okay. That's a lot. That's pretty cool though. Do you have prospect wise, do you have like lists that you reach out to or do you have referrals?
Well, most of our business is referrals the
Yeah.
last 5 years, through the communities and other people in the space,
Yeah.
uh, placement agents,
Yeah.
hospice, stuff like that. But
Okay.
this year we are aggressively we're going after business. We're going to be more proactive. So we're going, the niche is 70 years old. You live in a 2-story house. You've owned it for your whole life.
Yeah.
Um, those are the people that are going to eventually need our service. So,
Okay. I would say, especially for referrals, a nice webcam or mobile video introducing yourself is always great, nice and simple. And then after you have the meeting, you could do a screen recording of kind of what you covered. Typically if you meet in Zoom, you have a nice Zoom recording. So there's different visual styles that you can do for that, but I think a nice little just intro is always nice too.
well, yeah, I was thinking something like that, and then also going to the communities and just doing a walkthrough, like not a professional one, just a
Yeah.
hey, we're here,
Yep.
we're at Oakmont today, and here's the executive director, boom, boom, boom. And then the other thing is we do a lot of marketing for these people through our to our database and stuff. I
Yep.
want to send out a weekly video that says, "Hey, what do you have coming up? Let us market it for you through our channels."
Great. Yeah.
Um, and John says video definitely pulls better than just sending out an email. So,
Yeah, because you could do like a screen recording, you in the bubble talking about the marketing and show some stuff. Yeah, it's just way better in terms of the retention too. There's a when you do those site walkthroughs, when I show the mobile, there's this cool picture-in-picture function. A lot of real estate folks usually use for property walkthroughs, but you can do it for this. It's pretty cool. It puts you on the screen at the same time, and you can kind of cool do this cool little dialogue where you're on the screen with what you're showing. It's pretty neat.
well, I'm excited.
Yeah, sweet. Well, Mike, thanks for coming in. If you have any questions, feel free to pop in the chat. Okay, cool. So let's see. I think it was Greg. Looks like Greg put a one in here. Greg, let me find you in our list. Greg, where are you? There you are. Hey, Greg. If you want to say hello, you can say hi. If you want to say hi in the chat, you can do that as well. What's up, Greg?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming in. What brings you our way?
Um, I think I got this info from one of my real estate um, um, videos that YouTubers, and I was just trying to get some information about it. I'm in real estate in Atlanta, so
Uh,
just
cool.
wanted to see pretty much how what it was about, that type of thing.
No, neat. Yeah, we have when I go through this in a second, I'm going to take it through kind of the basics of this is what Dubb is. Here's the different ways to record. Here's what we kind of recommend strategy wise. And usually I'll mention, okay, if you're in real estate, you're in insurance, you're in coaching, this is good. So typically what people will do is they'll get through the training, watch it today, and then they'll go back on YouTube, and I'll put that link in there right now. I just dropped it in the chat. So then they'll go back later and say, oh, that's that part that I want to see that thing, because it's really about the use cases, and I'm going to cover that right now.
Okay, no
Cool.
problem.
Good to meet you, Greg.
All right.
And let's see. Okay. All right, so let me share my screen. Let's get moving in here. And then if anybody has any questions, pop them in the chat. Ina from our team should be in a little bit. And if we have to, we'll be able to get back to you towards the end, or we can always email you as well. Before I get in here, if anybody that's on a free trial, or if anyone that's on Pro, because we have two plans with Dubb, Pro and Pro Plus. After through the training today, if you feel that you want to upgrade, if you want to go from free trial to paid, if you like what you see, whether it's Pro or Pro Plus, just put upgrade in the chat, and then and our team will reach out to you separately and send you our best deal we possibly can give you. If today you're like, hey, yeah, I want to go for it, I want to jump on a paid plan. And if you want to go from Pro to Pro Plus, just click upgrade in there as well, type upgrade, and then we'll do that as well. So either way. All right, so let me share my screen here, and let's jump in. All right, here we go. Okay. So when we think about Dubb, it's really about the presentation of what someone is going to get when they get a Dubb video. What does it look like? Well, when you record a Dubb video, it's a 3-second animated preview that's the beginning 3 seconds when you hit record, and it just loops of what that video is going to look like. So in this one right here, I recorded this with a webcam, and I'll explain how I did it in a second. But the point is, when you hit record with Dubb and all the different styles I'm going to show you in a second, the first 3 seconds is what the animated preview is. So if you're jumping up and down doing this, that's what's going to be the animated preview. You can change that inside of the Dubb platform. It's just a little tracker thing you can slide if you want a different part of the video to be your visual. You can upload your own thumbnail as well. But to be efficient when you're making these things, just know when you hit record, the first 3 seconds is going to be the repeating GIF. Now, before we can record a video, we need to know what the hook is. So you'll notice right here, I'm saying, what's your hook? So that's what you want to figure out before you even decide to make a video. So what we do on our side and what we recommend typically is if you have a ChatGPT, if you have a Grok, if you have a Claude, if you have a Gemini, if you have within Dubb our AI Guide Auto, which is right up here at the top of the dashboard, any of those AIs that you use, this is what you want to say to the AI. Hey AI, this is my industry. This is my ideal client profile, my ICP. This is why I'm reaching out to this person or this group. And here is the action I would like them to take when they're done consuming my content, whether it is check out your site, download a document, book a time in your calendar. So just clearly outline that for the AI and then tell the AI, look, please provide me with a hook that's 3 to 6 words that I can use to get someone to want to click on my video and open up my email. So if you can provide me a list of 20 to 30 of these, that would be great. Then the AI will give you that list of 20 to 30, 3 to 6 word hooks. You can give it the human pass, see which one you like, don't like, make the changes, tell the AI to make the changes. Hey, I want it to be punchier, a little wittier, a little more direct, whatever your notes are. And then when you have those, then you have your hook in terms of the person you're reaching out to or the group. So when you have your hook, the reason we say 3 to 6 words is because you'll notice on this little whiteboard that I'll explain in a second, it's about 30 something characters. 3 to 6 words works pretty good on this little whiteboard right here. Punchy, short, to the point. It also works really good up here in your subject line because this hook up here should either match this hook right here or be very similar because you got to get them to open the email before they can see your animated preview. So now that you have your hook, okay, how do I want to record these? What are the different styles? This one right here was recorded with the Dubb webcam. So basic webcam recorder inside the Dubb website. And I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone. And on the Dubb mobile app, there is a whiteboard feature where you can type. That's where I was typing this. So, back in, the old days, you could hold a piece of paper or a little actual whiteboard you write on. This is just a shortcut to that. So that's what that is right there. Now, recorded with the webcam, you can also do this style, which I'll show you right here. From the same webcam, you can drop a virtual background behind you. So if you're not holding up the whiteboard with that hook, if you want the background to do the hook for you to give context, you can have someone's profile like you see right here. You could have a website that you're reaching out to. You could have an article you want to share. You could have a property in real estate. You could have a screenshot of an action that someone took. So think about it just in terms of the background giving the context as opposed to holding up the hook, just as a choice. Now, I think a cool option is combining both of them. So if you look at this example right here, you can see that I have Sarah's profile behind me, but I have the hook right here as well. So I'm doing both. I'm holding up the whiteboard with the hook and I've got the visual behind me. Now for real estate, this works really good because you can have a property that someone's interested in and you have the property address or a cool fun fact about the property or something about that hook that we talked about and the properties right there. So whatever industry you're in, you can hold up the whiteboard with no virtual background, have the virtual background by itself, or do a combination of both of those things. And this is all right from the webcam. So it's a very straightforward way to deliver the hook. Now you also can do screen recordings with Dubb. So right here is a screen recording done with the Dubb Chrome extension. So you're going to notice this little Dubb symbol right up here at the top in the browser. That is a browser-based screen recorder. So any website that I want to be on top of, making a recording, visually explaining something, that is what you see right here. Now you'll notice I have some arrows pointing towards the bubble, and I have my whiteboard again that I'm holding up inside of there. Now, if I didn't have the whiteboard, I could be waving and pointing, and that's my repeating image, right? Because we know this is a market update. We can see the title right there. But why not bring the additional message of the hook that we talked about? It's a market update, but there's been a big change in the market. So whatever industry you're in, whether you're on a company's website, you're sharing an article, all those different scenarios I just mentioned, think about that additional hook inside of the bubble. But the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder is anything within your browser that you want to be on top of in terms of visually pointing something out. Now we also have another screen recorder called the Dubb desktop app. The desktop app is different than the Chrome extension because it's not browser based. This is like a little drone that flies over the top of everything. So it's not beholden to the browser. You can go wherever you want. So if you want to go on top of a website here, if you want to go on top of a Canvas slide, a doc, whatever you need, a video. So you're also going to notice I'm pushed in a little bit more on this website. So I have a website pulled up, but I'm cropped in closer. So the Dubb desktop app has some really cool functions. So when I show you the Dubb Chrome extension and the Dubb desktop app back to back, you'll see the similarities and differences. Now you also can record with your mobile app. So the mobile app does stuff very similar to the webcam. As you can see right here, I got the virtual background behind me. Just took a screenshot on my phone. And you also have the ability to put text on the screen. You also can do something very simply where you just have the hook above your head. Same thing we did with the webcam where I was holding up the whiteboard. Same idea. Just type the hook, put it above your head, below your head, emoji, different color, font, put it wherever you want. Now, a really cool function on the Dubb mobile app is this one right here. This is picture-in-picture that I was talking about at the top. This is like tailor-made for real estate folks in terms of property walkthroughs. But if you're not in real estate, you could be at a live event showing what's in front of you because what's happening is with the mobile app, you're recording what's in front of you and you're on the screen at the same time. So if I was doing a property walkthrough, perfect. If I was at a large event, perfect. You're showing the crowd, explaining it to everyone. If I was sitting right in front of my computer like this, and I pulled up a website or a property or all the things I just discussed, I could sit in front of my computer, use picture in picture, and just lean in like this and show the recording, and I'm on the screen at the same time. You even can do like if you were with a client and you wanted to do a video testimonial and you both were physically in person, you could have the person stand across from you or sit down across from you, hit record, put it on a selfie stick, and then you're in the top left, they're in the middle, and you could have a nice little conversation back and forth that you could post on social media. You could even send it as part of like your newsletter heading out to your contacts. So these are the kind of creative things you can do. If you're locally in sales, let's say you're reaching out to local businesses, right? Like they're physically there. You could go out and about, and we had folks that have done this, where you could record a video out in front of the business, show the business sign up there, and then you're there in the video as well. And then you send that to the contact that you have at the business inside, and then you go in a little bit and say, hey, I sent you a video in there, and then they see the video of you outside there. It's just a cool little visual thing that can get people's attention. So this is a neat thing you can do on the mobile app. Now, regardless of which style that you do end up choosing, when you send the video to someone, it's all about their experience after this. So if I got this video, all right, cool, great GIF, I got my hook, I see it, I click on it. Now I'm brought to a customized landing page that we call a preset in Dubb terms. So it's going to have your logo over here to the left, the initial video you've recorded right here in the middle, and then playlist of videos that's going to play right after this video is done. So it's going to seamlessly run into the next video. The cool thing about the playlist videos is not only is it going to provide more information for the people watching this, but it's also going to give you the freedom to record one video, one time, minute and a half, basically your pitch video. Why should someone go with your product or services? You record that once and it's going to play right after this video because these initial videos, these big ones, these first ones that you make, should be all about that hook that we just talked about. That's what those are about. So, and I would make them, I wouldn't go longer than a minute, probably 30, 40 seconds, get right into that hook that you're talking about, deliver that value, and have them take an action at the end, like, hey, book a time in my calendar, or whatever next action you want them to take. But that's about them, and then the video about you would play right after, and you only need to record it once. And if you do have video testimonials, this is a really good spot to have them. If you don't have video testimonials or you have them but you want to get more, I'll show you a little strategy in 1 second that we use and a lot of Dubb folks use to get video testimonials. Okay, so below here, you have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they've consumed the content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to go to your website? Do you want them to email you back? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want a link to an external form? Do you want them to register for a training? Do you want them to look at a case study? Do you want them to leave your review? So there's a lot of options you have down there. If you do have multiple buttons, I would just go in order of importance from left to right. And at the end of these initial videos that you make, I would just be demonstrative about what their next step is. Like I wouldn't end it and say, hey, thanks for watching this video. We'll be in touch. I would say, click below to book a time in my calendar, physically pointing down, or whatever action you would like them to take, that would be the button below. Now, if you want to get video testimonials, this button right down here, reply with video, is a really good way to get them. It's convenient for you and convenient for the other person. All you have to do is record a video and have that button below it. So if I was going to do that, I'd have my video here, have my reply with video button below, and I would send it out and say, hey, this is Rob. Thank you so much for using Dubb. We appreciate your business. It would mean the world to us if we could get a video testimonial from you. It's not complicated. You don't have to download anything. Just click that reply with video button below and let me know what you think about the platform. And then when they send that video back to you, you get a notification inside of Dubb that you have a video reply. And then you would just make that video part of your playlist right down here. And this kind of completes the loop that has really worked well for people over the years. Now, the last part of this page is right over here to the right. This is your AI assistant. We call it SIA, your sales interactive assistant. And when someone lands on this page, it's kind of cool to have this on here because if someone has questions in real time, they can go right over here and get them answered. Because you can have a bunch of FAQs here. You can ask the AI a question. And when the AI gives an answer, it wants to keep the momentum going. So it's going to give the answer and then say, hey, are you ready to book a time? Because that's what I want someone to do for my next step. But whatever your action is, it will say right there, are you ready to do that? Now, this AI is educated inside of the Dubb platform. So you can upload a PDF or you can add individual website pages where the AI will learn physically and textually, whatever's text on those pages, it will learn that information. You can do one or the other or both, and then the AI will be educated on what you do and keep the momentum going. And that's really what this is about. Now, these landing pages right here, these preset landing pages, you want to have a preset landing page for different parts of your audience. So if I was in recruitment and I worked with employers and candidates, I would want to have a preset landing page for my employers, a preset landing page for my candidates. Same thing for real estate. If I was buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expires, residential, commercial, same thing for mortgage, different kinds of mortgages. Same thing for insurance. Same thing for coaching and consulting. Same thing for financial. Any of those splits in your audience, you want to have a preset landing page that speaks to that part of the audience. Now, when you go from a free trial to a paid plan, one of the first things we do is an optimization setup. So the team would meet you in Zoom and say, okay, great. Let's get your logo in here, set up the pages, the buttons, everything so you can get going right out of the gate. Lastly, all of this is tracked. So did someone open your email? Did they click on any of the buttons? Did they interact with the AI? Did they watch your video? And if they did watch your video, what's the watch percentage? So they can really follow up in a smart way. So makes a lot of sense. Okay, so how would we record these different styles that we looked at? So I'm going to go through each one now. How do we record this webcam video right here? So to record this, we're going to go inside of Dubb, and we're in our dashboard here, and we're going to go to the big red button at the top that says Create Video. When you tap that there, that's going to open up your webcam right here. Now, to get the whiteboard that you saw, you're going to get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. So just get Dubb app, Dubbapp, and when you do have it, here is the mobile app. And at the top, right there, is that little square to the top right with the little person in the corner. When you select that, that is where you can type right here. So all I was doing before is just getting my hook, typing my hook, type it, turn it, and there you go. It's right there. Now, if you want to get the virtual background behind you, just go below here, select virtual background below, scroll below. We have a bunch of stock ones, but I would do what I was saying before. I would go to your photos and then upload all the screenshots of the stuff that you feel is, good for your background in terms of context and hook. Upload them in here. It creates a little library for you to choose from. Choose the one that you want, click select, and now you got it behind you, just like this. And when you do this, you want to make sure you have a good front light. So you want to have a ring. I got a ring light here, but if you have your desk or whatever in front of natural light's pretty great. If you do a combination of both, that works. Just make sure you're lit well from the front. And then if you do talk with your hands, I do that a lot. You got to go dinosaur T-Rex arms. You got to keep them within your shoulders. Probably the best way to do it. Because if you go out over here, it's kind of gets soupy. So I would say it right within here. And if you want to do a combination of both, like we talked about, just bring up your hook, and it's right here, just like that. Now, every recording style in Dubb has a teleprompter option. So if you want to use a teleprompter, they're pretty awesome to use. If you haven't used them before, it's pretty cool to keep you staying on point, to say things exactly how you want to say them. So you just have to have a script saved into Dubb first. So once you have a script saved in there, you can access it, in this case, right here above my head. I can click right here, and I can go right to scripting. See, it says create new script. That'll take me right inside of Dubb. I can create a script in there and save it. Or I can scroll from scripts that I have saved. Or I can choose to search for a script just by title. So there it is right there. Now, when you have the teleprompter here, just make sure physically you're about arm's distance away. That's usually pretty good. Let the words flow up into the top eye line. Don't be searching for the words down there. If that's the case, just increase the speed. And just give it a little practice because you don't want the words to surprise you. You want to have the proper inflection when you're doing this. Just give it a little practice. Once you get used to doing this, it's pretty awesome because you're going to say things exactly how you want to say them, and the words are right there. So it's a pretty neat way to do it. Now, in terms of function, this is your speed. You're going to adjust this up or down. This is your play button. See if you like that speed. If you feel like you're going too fast, you probably are. And then if you want to back the text off here, and if you want to zoom it in here. Now, if you want to make changes to this script, you can click the pencil icon, which is right here, make your changes, click save, and you can do it right there. But sometimes when you write a script and then you read it out loud, you might want to change some things. All right, so I'm going to hit record. I'm going to bring my hook in right here. I'm going to hit the red record button right in the middle, and I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown. Here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create those connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom. If I just want to take a break for a second, click it again, and it will resume. If I like to delete this video, tap the red X. It'll say, are you sure you want to delete this? And if you want to save this video into Dubb, it is the check mark right here, and that'll save it into the platform. So pause and resume, delete, save. And if you want to close the teleprompter, tap this little button here, and it closes it. So again, this is one of the most straightforward ways you can communicate right from your webcam. Whiteboard, virtual background, combination of both. So I'm going to hit the check mark right here, and this is going to save it into Dubb. Now, anytime you save a video into the Dubb platform, it's going to take you to the video edit page inside of Dubb. And this is where you can do some stuff. So let me just select a different video just because that one's still transcoding. Let's grab this one. So when you're inside here, first at the top, you can change the title. Just click the little pencil icon here at the top internally, and you can change the title to whatever you'd like. Just make sure you hit the check mark when you're done. If you want to preview what this video looks like on a preset landing page, all you have to do is go all the way to the right, and there's a little square button with an arrow over here. Just click that button there, opens up a new tab, and you can check this out. Say, oh, wow, okay, cool. There's my logo, there's my video, there's my playlist, there's my AI, there's my buttons. Everything looks great, so you can preview it. Now, if you do want to change it to a different preset landing page background, you can go right here to the dropdown and notice how it says Rob's preset with a check mark next to it. That is my default preset, which means anytime I record a video, that is always going to be my preset landing page background. It's going to have those buttons, that AI, those videos. It will always be that unless I change it, which I can do right here. So notice how there's other preset landing pages right here because I've already created them. So all I have to do is click on one and it'll change everything about the background just with a click. Now you also can use a QR code with any Dubb video. So right over here to the right, if I'm doing any kind of physical mail marketing, like I'm doing door hangers or I get something in the mail, make a fun video with that. If you're at a live event, if you have a booth, have a little placard sitting there with your QR code. If you're walking around a live event, pre-record something that says, hey, it was nice meeting you at the event. You can click below to stay in touch. So when they scan that QR code, they'll have that video. If you're doing an open house in real estate, have that little placard on the counter where someone walks up, scans it, the video says, hey, thanks for coming to the open house. By the way, if you want to see similar properties, you can click below. So a lot of options for the QR code. You also, any video that you save into Dubb, you can download the MP4 version of any video you save in here. So when it gives you that raw file, that's really good for social media because the social media platforms like the raw uploads of the video. So you can download the video, upload it to the different platforms. You also can upload this to your YouTube channel. So if you want to do that directly, you can do that right from here. You also down here have some choices. So we have our analytics tab. Notice this says powered by Kyra. This is our AI video coach, Kyra. So if you want immediate feedback on your videos, non-biased, just click generate right here, and it will give you feedback on your delivery analysis. It will also give you feedback on content and visuals. You also have activity right over here to the right. So you can really drill down, like I mentioned before, on who's clicking on your buttons, who's opening the emails, is anybody watching the videos, and if they are, what is the watch percentage? You also have this tab right here, a details tab. This details tab is just going to remind you that, look, these are the buttons below your video. This is the AI sales assistant you have on the page. And this is the playlist of videos that will play after the video you've created. And I can delete or add any of these right here. And if I ever sent this video to someone, I already emailed it or texted it out, it's gone, and I forgot to make these changes, I still can make them even though I've already sent it, and it will refresh on that other person's side. I also have an editing tab right here. So any video that you save into Dubb, you can edit. So I can hit the play button here. I can drag my timeline right down here at the bottom. So if I want to cut something out, let's just say I want to cut this part out. I'm going to drag it to my first cut point. Let's say right here I want to edit, right? I hit the scissor icons right here, the clip, split clip, click. I click that scissor icon, and now it's split the clip in two. I'm going to play the video or drag it to my second cut point, hit the scissors again, and now it's split into three pieces. And whatever I click on here, whatever's highlighted in orange, that's going to be what you can get rid of. Hit the trash can, and it's gone. And if you want to bring everything back, the good old undo button. Undo, 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 and you're okay. We also have a design tab. This design tab is like I was mentioning in the beginning. When you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds repeats. If you want to change that to a different part of the video that you like better visually, just drag this thing like this. Let's just say it's right here. I like this. I'm going to click generate thumbnail, and that's going to be my preview. Or I can upload another thumbnail separately, and that's what I can use. So I think the most efficient thing is when you get ready to hit record, just know the first 3 seconds is going to repeat and do the things that we talked about. Okay, so we recorded a video. We have it on a preset landing page. Now we just want to share it. So how would we email this out? So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a Compose, and here's some best practices. You always want to have the word video in the subject line. It is the very first thing someone reads. It stands out. It's rare that you see that in an inbox. If you look through your inbox right now, I bet you it's rare that you see this right here, the word video. Also, this is where you want to add your hook that we talked about in the beginning, your 3 to 6 word hook, put it right there. Then you just want a little bit of text, just real quick in here, and then you're going to drop the video in. To drop the video in here, you can do it in 2 ways. One is going to be directly inside the Dubb platform. So any video that you select, there's this big blue share and send button right over here to the right. So when you select this here, you can put the email in of the person you're sending it to get that tracking. And then you can even add a little personalization text. It's like a little banner at the top of the video. It's not a requirement that you do this, but you can if you want to. Click copy for email, and then it's just a copy and paste. And it drops it in just like this. Now you can also do this. There is a shortcut. So notice there is a Dubb button right down here at the bottom inside of Gmail, right here. There's also inside of Outlook 365 a Dubb button as well. The reason that Dubb button is there is because we have the Dubb Chrome extension up here at the top in the browser, the screen recorder that we're going to look at in a second. But when you have that, that shortcut shows up. So when I select that Dubb button, it's going to open up the Chrome extension. I could record a video right now if I wanted to. I can also scroll through my video library that you see me doing down at the bottom right. So just find the video you want. All you do is find it, you pop it in, and you're able to send it. So you can do it with inside the platform, copy and paste, or you can do a shortcut if you have Gmail or Outlook 365. All right, so let's look at screen recording. So let's look at the Dubb Chrome extension first. This is what I mentioned in the beginning. Right here, browser-based screen recording. Any website that you want to be on top of, the Dubb Chrome extension. So just Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's a 3-step process to get it pinned right up here at the top. And once you have it, you can record anything within your browser. So we're going to use LinkedIn as an example here, but this could be any site that you want to be on top of to show. Okay, so I'm going to click on the Dubb Chrome extension right up here, and it's going to put me on the page like this. Now, whatever website you're on top of, 3 things you want to think about. One is the size of your webcam. So you can adjust that just by grabbing the edge like this, making it the size you want. I wouldn't go too big because you want to cover the screen. Probably about right in here. And then you want to think about placement. Where am I going to put myself? Well, I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben. He's right here. This is a good spot. So think where you want to put yourself on that site that's visually interesting. And then the last part is the shape. So do I want to be phone shaped? Do I want to be a rectangle? Do I want to be a square? Well, I'm going to stay in a circle because Ruben's in a circle. So just make sure it kind of matches the page. And then function-wise, inside the bubble here, I can zoom myself in for a tighter frame. I can back myself up. I can physically move myself around in here like this. I can jump to full screen when I want to make a point about something. I can go back to the page. I also can go right over here and turn my camera off. So if I want to do an audio walkthrough of a website that I'm showing, I can do that. I also can do my headshot like this. And if I am live, I do have the ability to get a virtual background behind me at the same time. So you have all these options right here inside the webcam. I also can use my annotation tool right over here to the left. I'm going to use that in a second. And you have a teleprompter. So this teleprompter is a little bit different than the one you just saw previous to this. This is the case where you can manipulate the sides like this, and you also can physically move this anywhere on your screen. So it's mobile like this. Now, you can control the speed here, and you can hit the play button, see if you like the speed, back the text off, all that same functionality. Now, when I'm going to use this, I'm going to move it towards the camera at the top. And the thing to remember about the Dubb Chrome extension is because it's browser-based, right? You don't want to go full screen on your browser if you're going to use your teleprompter tab, because if you do, it's going to hide the tab and you physically won't be able to get to it. So when I'm going to use the teleprompter, if I'm using the Chrome, I'm going to leave a little bit of space up here. So when I hit record, I can tap this thing, bring it forward, and I'm able to use it. Lastly, you have 3 orientations to record with the Chrome. If I click camera, it's going to open up like a webcam. If I click tab, it's going to be just a recording of the tab that I'm on. You won't see any of the open tabs at the top. And if I go screen, it's going to get my entire computer screen. So you have those 3 options right there. For this example, I'm going to keep it on tab. And I'm also going to bring in my hook that we talked about before. I'm going to bring this in right now. So I'm going to hit record all the way to the right, start recording. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. I'm going to click share, get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I wanted to send you this quick video here because I noticed that you have written a book, which is awesome. It says click record. I click record every day. So that's my animated preview, me leaning in like this, looking over, doing one of these. And then I decided I wanted to jump to full screen. So when you make these screen recordings, jumping to full screen is a cool way to break the visuals, and it's a way to kind of make a point about something and then go back to the page. You can do this in a couple ways. So you can take your mouse, hover over your webcam, double click it, brings you here, double click the page to go back. You also can hover over in this little square right here, brings you to full, click it again to go back. You also can scroll around, be very free flowing. And if you want to hit the pause button, just hit that pause button at the bottom. Take a break, get yourself set up to your next spot, and just click resume. And lastly, the annotation. So right over here, I can do arrows on my screen. I can do text on the screen to kind of hammer home a point. I can put things in numerical order of importance. I can underline, I can circle. All of these are great ways to really point things out visually. So if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, this is a great way to do it. If you're sharing anything within your browser and you visually want to be on the page like this, walking someone through something, Chrome extension is a great way to do it. So I'm going to hit the check mark down the bottom like we did before, and it's going to save this video into the video edit page inside of Dubb, just where we were before. Now, if I want to share this video with Ruben, how would I share it with him on LinkedIn? So on LinkedIn, you want to be a first connection. So I'm going to send Ruben a connection request first. Just a quick little connector message. Most people connect. Once you're connected, then I'm going to click message down below, and then I'm going to share a video with him. Now, we have an integration with LinkedIn. So when you click the message button, the little Dubb button is going to show up there at the bottom, like you see right now. So when I select that Dubb button inside the message area, it's going to open up the Chrome that we just used. I'm going to scroll through my video library like we did before, find my video, there it is. I'm going to click insert, and then I'm going to highlight the text like this, change it to whatever I want to change it to, and then I send it, and Ruben's going to see that nice animated preview, which is way better than seeing any kind of text-based messaging. Okay, the last screen recorder we're going to look at right now is the Dubb desktop app. So all you have to do is Google Dubb desktop app, and download it for Mac or PC. And when you do, there's going to be a little Dubb symbol either at the top or at the bottom. And when you select it, you're going to see all the functions right here. I usually click View Quick Menu, and then it's going to pop it up like this. And as a quick reminder, the Dubb desktop app can go on top of anything on your computer. So different than the Chrome that was browser-based, this can go on top of anything. So I'm going to click record screen, and now let's look at some other similarities and differences. So first with the bubble, same thing as the Chrome, does all the same stuff you saw before. The annotation tool does all the same annotations. The teleprompter is the same in the fact that you can physically move it around, but it's different in this regard. So when you pick your script, you're going to notice the first thing that you see over here to the right, to the left actually, is auto track. Auto track is voice recognition. So if I hit record right now, this script would go at my pace that I'm speaking. So if you want voice recognition, you can do that with auto track. Now, if you like the scroll speed like we saw before, where you can adjust the scroll speed, all you have to do is click that button to close it. And now you can adjust the speed like this, up or down. So it's either auto scroll or it's auto track. You have that as an option with the desktop app. Now, in terms of recording, this right here, you'll notice there's a red slash in this little square down here at the bottom. If I was going to hit the big record button to the right and that red slash is right there, it means it's getting my entire computer screen. If I get rid of the red slash just by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the border of what I'm recording. Right now it's on 16 by 9, so landscape orientation. So perfect for YouTube. So whatever's inside the blue lines here is going to be part of the recording. So whatever I put it on top of, that's what it's going to show. I also can select custom, which means I can crop around anything I'm going to crop around, which is pretty awesome. You can get very specific in terms of what you would like to show. I also can click portrait. Portrait is for landscape, I mean the vertical view for social media. So right from your desktop, you can do a portrait and just put it on top of anything you want to put it on top of, and you're in the proper orientation to be able to do that, all from your desktop. Now the last part is the recording. So I'm going to tap the big red button down here to the bottom right. I get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and now I am recording. I can pause and resume just like we did before, but this is the big difference right here. It is the check mark. So normally, like we just saw, when you click the check mark, it saves it into Dubb. Not the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it opens up a preview window, and I have just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. So what we're going to do is we're going to record a few clips, merge them together into one video, and then we're going to save it into the platform. Clip recording is pretty awesome because you can drag and drop videos from your computer if you have an MP4 file, and you can make it part of your story. So what I just recorded here was a screen recording clip. So how do I continue now? How do I keep going? So down at the bottom left, there are three creative choices to keep recording. The icon all the way to the left is record screen video, which is what I just did. So I'm going to click that button down at the bottom left. It's going to take me right back to where I was. I could have changed the background. I could have pulled up a different website, a doc, whatever. I'm going to hit record right now. And now I am recording a second clip in the same style that I did the first clip. I'm going to hit the check mark below, and there's my second clip. And the cool thing here is I can physically change the order of these clips. I can move them around. I don't have to record chronologically, which kind of frees you up creatively. You also can tap the three dot menu of every clip, and you can download or delete it. So I can keep the clip that I like, get rid of the one I don't like. Now I can also click the webcam button down to the bottom left, the webcam icon. So when I select that, it's going to open up my webcam like this. So when I hit record, now it's a visually different clip. I could say, hey, listen, welcome into this video. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you something about really important right here for a quick second. And it's going to visually look different. So I'm going to tap the check mark here, and there's that clip. And again, I can move it wherever I want to. The last button down to the bottom left is called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to take a pre-recorded video that you've already done, put it inside of a bubble, and put it on top of anything you want to put it on top of. So I could sit here in front of my webcam. Let's say I was doing a market update. I could pull up my webcam, record a video, whether I'm using the teleprompter or not, and talk about the market, right? I just record me direct to camera, me talking about the market. I save that video into Dubb, into my video library. And then all I have to do is pull up the site, the slide, the document, whatever it is that's about the market, pull that up, and then select narrator video. It takes me inside my video library. Let's pretend that this is the video that I recorded about the market. There it is. And now the pre-recorded version of me is on top of whatever I want it to be on top of. And now all I have to do is scroll around, use annotations. I can just relax. And the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. So it's pretty neat. And then when I'm done, hit the check mark and you have that. Now, when I'm ready to merge all these clips into one video and save it into Dubb, you have two options. Down to the bottom left, you can click, on bottom right, you can click the upload button. If I select the upload button, it's going to merge the clips together and save it into Dubb. If I select the edit button to the bottom right, it's going to merge the clips together. And now I can even do a quick little edit right here before I even save it into the platform. And this edit is just like the one I showed you inside of Dubb earlier. I can also download the MP4 version right now if I want to. And then I can click upload and this will save this video into Dubb. Typically, I've hit the download button. If it's a longer YouTube video and I want to make sure I got it, I'll download it first. But usually I just click upload and it'll save it into the platform. Now, the last kind of recording that we're going to look at here is going to be the Dubb mobile app. Now, the mobile app is similar to the desktop app because it also is a clip recorder, but it's got some other kind of cool functions on it too that we're going to look at. So what you want to do is you want to get the Dubb mobile app. So it's Dubb app, Dubbapp. And when you do have that, this is what this is going to look like. And I'll show you how to record a video on the mobile app. Okay, so here is the Dubb mobile app right here. Here is your video library right here in the middle, and we're going to record a video. So I'm going to tap the blue camera button at the bottom. That's going to open up my camera. And once it opens up, a couple things you're going to notice when you first get the app. When you first get it, it's going to be defaulted for 1 minute of recording. You can do other specifics down here, but I'm going to slide mine over to 10. Can't go beyond 10 minutes on the mobile app. It's not going to cut me off. Every time the mobile app opens, it will stay sticky and always stay at 10 minutes, unless you change it. Now to record, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom, and now I am recording. You can see the timer up here, and you can see the timer here at the bottom. I can pause and resume this recording right here to the left, and to end the recording, I'm going to tap the circle. And there is the clip that I have just recorded. And it's been automatically downloaded to my photo video area on my phone if I need it. I'm going to tap the circle again, and now I'm recording. Again, timer here, tap the circle at the bottom, and there is my second clip that I've recorded. And I could physically move these around just like the desktop app. I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide it. So I don't have to go chronologically. It's one of my favorite things to use. You can go any order that you want. And when you tap a clip individually, like this, if I tap this clip, I can delete, download, trim, and if I select edit, this is where I can add a whole library of royalty-free music over here to the right. If I select the music icon, I can go right in here and choose anything I want. Just make sure, you adjust the levels that the music's not overwhelming your voice. You also can tap the text icon to the right. So when you do that, this is where you can go in here and add your hook that we talked about in the beginning, right? Add your hook, and then you can make it different font, different color, put it wherever you'd like. Anything you want, you want to add an emoji, you can do that as well. You also can do a voiceover over this clip. So I can select the little microphone icon to the right, and you can do a voiceover here. Because if you're doing a property walkthrough, maybe there's construction, it's super loud, you get the visuals you like, go out in your car. Car's a good place to do it and just sit in there and record it. You can do that. You can do it right here. You also can speed up the clips, a little time icon to the right. You can go all the way up to 10x. So if you got like an action shot that you're doing, you can really speed that up. You also have down here a little burned in subtitle icon to the bottom right. So if you want to burn in subtitles to this clip, you can, or you can burn them in at the end. So when the video is downloaded, you can have them actually burned into the video if you want that. Now you also have this as an option. Here, let me go back. Let me reshare just because this is frozen on the black screen here. Let me show you this. Hold on. Let's go back. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so over to the right, when you click the little tooltip up here to the right, see how it shows right here the icons? This tells you what's going to be happening, what these icons do to the right. Tells you their function, so you know what they do. All you have to tap it again, and it's closed. Now, when I record these videos in general, I like to make sure that I have a countdown timer on. So right over here, this little button right here, this is your countdown timer. So I usually do 3 seconds. So because 3, 2, 1, feels like the most natural 3, 2, 1, and you're recording. But you can do a 10-second timer right here if you want to. That one's probably good if you have like a wireless mic and maybe you have a little bit of time to travel before you actually record it, you're moving around. You can do that, but it gives you that option at least. This button right here is called the video stabilization. So if you're doing a walk and talk and it's too herky-jerky, you can select this button right here, do low, medium, or high, and it basically will take it from this to more like this. If you want to use a teleprompter, it's this button right here. So when you select this here, you can scroll through here, find your script like we did before. There it is. You can choose your scroll speed between 1 and 10, hit the play button, see if you like the speed. Now, if you don't like the speed, again, adjust it. If you are recording like this and your eyes are not staying at the top, they're looking for the words, they're looking down, then increase the speed or slide the guardrail up like this. So there's nothing to look at down here and your eyes have to stay up here. So they stay where they're supposed to stay. Also, if you're doing a landscape video, like for YouTube, just turn your phone like this and the script will adjust like that. So you can turn it vertical or landscape. And if you want to make changes, all you have to do is click the pencil icon here, make the changes you want to make, and then save them. Now you also can do auto track, voice recognition. So if you select this gear icon here, select auto track, then what happens is when you hit record, the words will be highlighted as I move. What if your most powerful growth tool was a story from one of your happy clients? See how it highlighted as I moved? That's what you can do with auto track. So if you like voice recognition, you can do that. I kind of like go back and forth. Some days I like the scroll, some days I like the voice recognition. And then when you're ready to close this, you can tap the X to the top right, and that'll close it. Now, if you have a video that you've recorded on your phone, let's say you're out and about, you recorded a clip, but you want to make it part of this story here. It's outside of the app. All you have to do is go to the folder button right here. It'll take you to your photo video area on your phone, find the video you want on your phone, say, hey, do you want to add it as a clip? Yes. And then we'll add it right in here and you can move it around. If you want to physically record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use filters, this little button right here. So you can do skin smoothing, you can do black and white, different color gradations. It's pretty awesome. You can just slide through here and see what you like. Now you also have picture in picture. This is what I talked about in the beginning. This is when you click this button here, it's going to show what's in front of you using both cameras on the phone. And this is where you can move yourself around like this. You can make yourself bigger, smaller. You can zoom into the background, back it up. So a lot of cool visuals you can do right there. You also can do virtual backgrounds, the last one down to the bottom right. Take those screenshots on your phone, go here, and then it puts a virtual background behind you, just like this. And then when you're done and you're ready to merge these clips into one video, just select the blue button at the top right. That's going to merge everything together. And then you're going to have a finished copy of that video on your phone that you can have as a backup. Three, two, one. And then you can upload it right here. See the blue upload button at the bottom right? Click the upload button, and that's going to save it into Dubb. And then you'll have access to it anywhere you want within the Dubb platform. Now, the last thing I'm going to show here is the main area right here. Let me reshare. When you're on the mobile app, you can also share videos. So right here, I'm going to share again, I'll show you. Right here is your video library, right here in the middle. So if I want to share a video with someone, just select the video. There's a big blue share video button. Click it there. See it says copy for email. Just click that. Copies it to your clipboard. Paste it. Click copy for SMS. Copies to your clipboard. Paste it. Or you can select the two icons to the top right of the video. The block icon is for email. The paper airplane icon is for SMS. Now you also have on here in the home area, see the little brain icon down at the bottom, the little gray brain to the bottom left of the blue icon? If you select that right there, we got an AI writer that you can use right here on the mobile app. And you also have an AI writer you can use inside the Dubb platform, which is going to be right in the dashboard. Now, if you do have a CRM that you really like, let's say, you have like a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level, and you have all your workflows in there and you really like it and you don't want to change it, you can drop a video in there. So we have a lot of integrations with different CRMs and third-party senders like a Constant Contact, a MailChimp. We have a huge list in here. So if you like what you currently have and you don't want to change it, you can just use video and add video into the workflows that you already have. Now, if you want to use Dubb as a CRM, you absolutely can do that. So over here to the left, if you click CRM, you can upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, you can do deals, you can do bulk sending with Dubb, you can do email and SMS. You also can do automations. So our Pro Plus plan has drip sequencing automations you can do. There's Pro and Pro Plus. Pro Plus is all about automations, whereas Pro, you can do all the basic sending. Now, also within the dashboard here, you have your AI that I talked about in the beginning. This is Auto. Now, Auto, you can do a couple things here. You can ask Auto any questions about Dubb. So, hey, how do I use the Dubb Chrome extension? How do I use the desktop app? What's the best way to send campaigns? It will give you those answers. You can also ask Auto a strategy question. Hey, I'm in recruiting. How do I send videos for employers and candidates? What's the best thing I should do there? It will give you strategy advice as well. So Auto is a really good tool to use right within the dashboard. If you want to do writing, say you want to write a script. Actually, let me hold on. I think someone's not on mute here. Let me hold on. Here we go. There we go. All right. So if you want to do writing within here, say you want to write a script for something, or you want to write an email, some copy you want to use, right? There is a little icon right here, this little person icon. When you select this here, see how it says basic and sales? Imagine I was in real estate for a second, and this said buyers and sellers. All those splits we talked about on the landing pages in the beginnings within your audience, right? Those splits of your audience. All you have to do is create these in here. So when I click create profile, all I'm doing is giving a chance for the AI to learn about this part of my audience by answering these questions, choosing a tone of communication, hitting save. So when I want to write copy, say I want to write some copy for my sellers, right? I can go right over here and select my seller profile. So the AI remembers everything about that part of my audience. And then when I get in here and say, Auto, write me a script, and then it writes a script, right? We have prompts to choose from. It writes the script. Then it will say, hey, do you want to save this into Dubb? Yes. And then Auto will save the video inside of Dubb. You load it into a teleprompter and you deliver the video. That's the workflow stuff we do all the time, which works really, really good. Now, in terms of a referral for Dubb, we have a strong referral program down here. So at the bottom left, it says referrals. If you click apply now, it's going to create a referral link you can share, and we do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb through that link. So it doesn't sunset, it doesn't go away unless they stop paying us, then it would. But and in that case, it stays at that 30%. So we're very supportive of our partners. If you invite them in here to the training, dubb.com/T, we do this, 5 days a week. So have them come in here, learn about Dubb, share your link with them, and when they subscribe, you get 30%. So strategy wise, you can sell Dubb indirectly, indirectly. A lot of times when you send Dubb videos, people are like, "Hey, how'd you send me that?" And then you can share that link with them. So really important. And if you're currently on a paid plan with Dubb, and if you have four, five, six professional contacts, and you get them to subscribe via your link, I mean, you got a free account. And then we have a lot of people that do really well beyond that. So it's just your choice in terms of that. But we're very supportive of it. Now, also in terms of the training, down to the bottom right, right over here for training, there's a second link right here that says videos. If you click on this, it's a whole library called Dubb Academy of videos that we've created about Dubb that you can learn how to use Dubb. You also can go to our YouTube support channel. This is great. Come right in here. We have all of the live training recordings. We have other stuff in here that the team has edited into short content that's in here. And if you do need help within the dashboard, right over here, there is this. Right down to the bottom left, there is an intercom system, this little green bubble down here. So when you select it here, you can chat with the AI, chat with a human on our team, do a little keyword search where you put a keyword in here, and it'll bring up a video, a library, an actual page, which will have screenshots of everything as well. So very thorough in terms of what we're doing there. Now, we also have on Tuesdays Pro Plus coaching. So if you're part of our Pro Plus program with Dubb, you get founder coaching with Ruben and Darius, who started Dubb. They have their own curriculum they go through. They have their own library of videos. There's a form called Open Mic that you can fill out about your business, and they'll give you advice in and out of the platform. So if you are currently on Pro and you want to go to Pro Plus to get that extra coaching, all you have to do is put upgrade into the chat. We'll reach out to you, give you the best deal to upgrade. And again, like I mentioned in the beginning, if you're on free trial and you want to go Pro or Pro Plus, just put upgrade in there and we will send you the best deal we possibly can if you want to go from that to that. So, okay. Hey, Ina. I think Ina from our team has popped in. Hi, Ina.
Hey,
How are you? Happy Monday.
happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday, Rob.
So let's see. So what do we got? Let's see. Do we have anything in the Q&A chat? What do we got going on?
I see here Lindell Lucas. Horizontal is better for YouTube, vertical for social media. What do you say about that?
Yeah, definitely. The if you're doing YouTube, I think it cuts it off at 3 minutes. So if you're 3 minutes or below, it'll be shorts. So definitely go vertical. If it's longer than 3 minutes and you got to go landscape, it's going to put it into the long form. So I think it'd be cool to do landscape or kind of keep within the formats. If you're using TikTok, if you're like one of those people that does your uploads into TikTok and then you share them across your other socials, TikTok gives you the ability to record something like this and you can pinch and make it bigger and then you can have something below it. So if you're on TikTok, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But just basic recording, if you want to go portrait for your 3 minutes or less on YouTube, which are the shorts, and then landscape for your long form. What else we got in there, Anna? Let's see. How many Sharon, looks like Sharon asked, how many videos can I store in Dubb? It's unlimited, right? And unless it's the size
Yeah,
of the
it's
files, right?
unlimited for the Pro and the Pro Plus.
Okay.
Unlimited HD videos.
Okay. And then Sharon had also asked, what day is the real estate webinar? Let's see.
Wednesday.
Yep, Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. PST, Sharon, and we'll put that in the chat. And then let's see. Why didn't my last post go out to my clients? Sharon, let me come over to you. If you want to unmute, you can unmute if you'd like to. If you want to, Sharon. If you want to. I saw you said your
All
post.
right.
Yeah. Hey, Sharon.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. And you?
Good, good, good. Did you hear the last two things I was saying? I wasn't sure if you heard about the webinar.
Yes,
Wednesday
I
night.
heard that Wednesday at 11:30 PST,
Yep.
unlimited videos.
Yep.
And I sent one section of like 1,600 emails that went out.
Yep.
And then I asked for another email to go out, but it doesn't look like they went out because I can't see the analytics on it.
Was it a like a bulk send or are you on
Yeah.
okay, so pro you're on pro bulk send out to all your contacts or something?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you just can't see like did they open it when you're in campaigns checking it out? Like you can't see if they opened.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't go out. Uh,
Okay. You know, how would we what would it look like if it didn't go out, I guess?
I think what we should check are the limits. Like for usually for Gmail or Outlook, the limit is about 300 emails per day. If you have like the domain for those two, and if it is just the regular Gmail account, like the free one, I think the limit is just 100 emails per day. So we're gonna check that, Sharon, and that will get back to you through email. And yeah,
okay, because
and also
I'm looking at it right now. And the one on February 21st, it looks like it went out, success of all
mhm.
those that went out, but then it says success on February 26th, they're all zeros. Fail zeros, skip zeros, and it says pending.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think the okay, I'm checking your account now. The one on the 21st, um, let me check the analytics here. Not sharing the screen because there are sensitive data in here, like the emails and the names of the client. So, um, we'll check on this because I see that some emails went out 5 days ago, some emails went out 4 days ago. So it looks like it's still sending, Sharon. Though.
Okay, from February 26th and the 25th. I mean, that's like what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, since your email sender is the at gmail.com, that only allows like 100 emails per day. So it's taking like batches every 24 hours when it comes to the sending. So right now, or that's the maximum, the 100 emails per day, but it's possible that it's doing like I'm gonna need to check the actual numbers, like how many emails are
Okay.
getting sent out every this past couple of days, because also see that there was, yeah, you sent something on the 16th,
Uh-huh.
and maybe that made that made the email campaign on the 21st maybe doing like smaller batches, since the system is also protecting your email's reputation. Especially, we don't want your email to go to spam or be reported by the email filters um your emails is actually encountering.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll check this with the team,
Okay.
to be sure.
That's great. Thank you. And my last question is, when I go to videos and it shows all the videos I've done, is there any way to move up? These are addresses because I'm a real estate agent, to move up the MLS 1 and MLS 2 that I use for high level. I'm also with John Smart. I want to move those to the top so I don't have to keep loading every
Yeah.
time.
Like keep scrolling and find the videos you want.
Yeah.
I know that we have, you know, I think like the best thing to probably do right would be tags. And that way you could select tags within videos and that way you could pull them right up because there's no way to kind of grab them with your mouse and slide them up. You know what I mean? Like the order is going to be that order. But if you tag them, then you're able to go to videos, hit tag, and then it will bring up those videos. That, you know, that'd probably be the best way, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
that's right. Use the tag system to keep your videos organized. Maybe
Okay.
to
Yeah.
you have the tag like a favorite, and you'll get that as a priority.
Yeah.
Okay. And when I tag them, oh, I see here, tag.
Yep.
Okay. That's what I need. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yeah, of
Sharon.
Yeah.
course. Thanks, Sharon. Appreciate it. Let's see. Did anybody else have any questions? I think there was there anyone down the bottom? Oh, Paul had to run. Okay. Anything else that you see on that side, Ina?
That's it.
Okay, cool. Everybody, before we go, any last questions before we head out? Anything on anybody's mind? Anything? Going once, going twice, going thrice? Okay.
Nice.
Ina, as always, thank you for the support. Everybody, good seeing everyone in here. Now go click record. All right. See you tomorrow, everybody. Bye.